Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in the grind, no escape from me. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see I'm just a poor boy, scraping by minimum wage. Born in the shadows of the city lights, concrete cradle under endless nights. Daddy worked 2 jobs, mama prayed for rain. Bills like chains rattling around my brain. But I read the books when the wolves were at the door. Charts and candles on the bedroom floor. Stocks in the morning, real estate at noon. Silver and gold under the harvest moon. Sweat on my collar, fire in my veins. Every dollar saved was breaking free from the pain. They said play it safe, boy, stay in line. Clock in, clock out till the end of time. But the system's a cage with a velvet disguise, promising heaven while it steals your life. Rise from the ashes I built my throne. Rise. Turn pennies to empires of my own. Stocks and stones, bricks of gold, silver rivers in the stories I told. I broke the wheel, I broke the road, golden chains, no more. Golden chains, no more. I sold my fear for a pocket full of grit. Learned the hard math, made the numbers fit. While they were laughing, I was making my move. Every red defeat had something left to prove. Late night hunger and a borrowed chair, 1 cracked lamp and 1,000 stairs. I watched the weak hands fold and bend, then I doubled down and called it the end. Now the same old names come crawling back, knocking on my door with their polished stack. But I know that sound, I know that price. I paid in blood for this smaller life. They said stay small, boy, stay in line. Clock in, clock out till the end of time. But the system's a cage with a velvet disguise, promising heaven while it steals your life. Rise from the ashes I built my throne. Rise. Turn pennies to empires of my own. Stocks and stones, bricks of gold, silver rivers in the stories I told. I broke the wheel, I broke the road, golden chains, no more hope. Golden chains, no more. If I fall, let the table shake. If I burn, let the whole town wake. I was carved by the ache, sharpened by the cold. From a poor boy's hand to a heart of gold. Hear me now, I won't go back. I won't go back. I won't go back.
All right. Good evening, and thank you for hanging out tonight. I don't know how this day is gonna go. Being Becky, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Yeah, that song's a little catchy tune. If people pay attention to the words, you know, there's something there for you. Yeah. So really, what this is something I just do every now and then, and you know, often when I'm looking up prices and I'm looking up values and such before I'm going to a store, I'd like to have an idea of like what I'm looking for and like the price ranges of things and the current market prices of things, especially when I'm purchasing numismatics, you know, graded coins or nicer coins or, you know, key dates and things like that. I like to see what they've been going for, so I have some sort of, you know, idea of what would be a fair offer or what would be a fair purchase price, right? So that's what I'm kind of doing. I was going to go through obviously the, you know, the market prices of metals and you know, gold, silver, kind of see what's going on today. Looks like we're starting out really flat for the first couple hours of trading today, which is, you know, I'm going to the coin show. I guess I should have said that. I'm going to a coin show on Saturday, Saturday morning and afternoon, and I'm going to be really trying to find the last remaining coins that I need for a couple of my coin albums, which is my Walking Liberty $50 series album and my Franklin $50 series album. So hopefully, in the Franklins, all I need are proofs. So I've got all the non-proofs. Now I'm looking for proofs. In the Walkers, I need some, you know, the early dates, obverse reverses, you know, like the weird mintage marks. And then I'm going to try to get another 1921D, which is an expensive coin, but I have one in a graded slab. But I would actually really kind of like to fill out that book in its entirety. So I want to get like a filler or an album piece. You know, it doesn't have to be a beautiful quality. You know, it could have partial rim and somewhere, as long as I can see the date and the mint mark 1921D clearly, it'll qualify for me as good enough for the album, because that is just such an expensive, you know, hard to find coin, and it just carries value with mustard and biscuits. What's going on? We've got a quiet start to the evening. Also, by the way, after I kind of get into the show for a little bit, once I kind of get through what I'm trying to look at and what I'm trying to prepare for, I will be shifting it over to an open forum, open mic night to kind of hang out with anybody that's interested in hopping on. I've got the StreamYard already up, actually. Here you can see it right there. It's already rocking and rolling. I just got to get the copy, the link over and stuff, but getting it prepared, getting it set up. I got 3 monitors going right now to be able to manage all this stuff. What's going on, Rodriguez? How you doing, bud? So yeah, that's the game plan. Obviously, you know the drill. This is it's a live stream for a reason, man. Just go ahead and ask questions, make comments, talk about what's on your mind. I know some people were talking to me in the Discord about I guess China has got their, you know, gold revaluation or something with their paper markets or something coming up. We'll see how that goes as well. So yeah, there we go. So without further ado, we'll go back over to this screen. Got a little bit larger view here. Again, silver and gold. Silver had a pretty rough day yesterday. I think down like 3 to 4% in that range. So came off those $60 silver. It didn't last very long. We seem to really be stuck. We just seem to really be stuck in this whole like 65 to 55 channel. And you know, as we kind of break into the 60s, seems to just, for whatever reason, be some pressure pushing us back down into the 50s. And then whenever we get to like the mid 50s, there's always these big, huge green spikes of purchases that pushes us right back up. So I don't know. I don't know if that's going to last for a long time or not, but I am definitely playing that trade on the paper up and down, because why not, right? Because why not? So there we go. That's what's going on in those metals markets. Gold just stuck around 4,000. I don't know what it is. It doesn't seem to be deterred from just hanging around 4,000 for a long time. So there we go. I've got this sheet, by the way. This is the sheet that I've built here. What is platinum? Right at 1600. Oh, wrong screen. 1600. And I have a copy version of this that I've created for anybody, you know, channel members and stuff. But if I just go here, what it does for me is I can see when I click silver, the silver tab, it takes the spot prices that I inputted, and it is going to go ahead and tell me the melt value of all of these different coins and different size, you know, bars and rounds and all that stuff. So I use that to I use this to kind of like really quickly see what's a fair offer price. For me right now, $50, you know, melt at face value spot price is going to be $20.50 a piece. So it's just a real quick number that I can go, and I can go to an LCS or I can go to the coin show. I can see what people are offering these at. I can probably try to bargain them down, you know, 5% or so under spot. And then I kind of like, I'm kind of crazy, but I even have it like set up over here to where I can say, oh, I want to buy $10 of coins. All right, what's the percentages under melt that I'm willing to offer? And of course, you take out the shipping costs since you're at an LCS, you don't need it. And this is crazy. I know. I like spreadsheets. All right. But this tells me right away, like if I want to try to offer 10% back of melt, you know, for $10 worth of coins, worth of $50, I could offer somewhere in the 370 range, 5%, you know, a little bit different, but you get the point. So I use this all the time before I go shopping on eBay, or before I go shopping on the online stores or go to an LCS. Like I have like a little notepad, and I'll write down a couple of these figures just to kind of tell myself like, okay, all right, if I'm going to buy some peace dollars today or Morgans, I want to be offering, you know, under 44, same thing, under 20, under 10, you know, that's just how I play with it. Obviously you've got your rounds and bars and stuff like that if you cared, so I can know at any time, you know, this is the spot price of a kilo bar of silver, right? That's how it works. Same thing with gold. Gold, I went a little deeper. All right, I went a little deeper with gold because I wanted to. I was buying a lot of weird gold. I very rarely buy like these like whole pure gold. I often, sometimes I buy grams or 5 grams or whatever in like the assays, you know, the Valcambi type gold. But most often what I'm buying are 333 or Mexican gold. So I went ahead and just put it all on here. So I've got all my pre-33, the different denominations that they have, the different styles. I mean, obviously they're the same, but like different designs. The Liberty, the Indian, the Liberty, the Indian for the different denominations. So I can know, again, it's the same thing. Just being prepared to go to the coin shop or whatever and be like, okay, I know that a $2.50 Indian at spot is $4.89. So if they're selling it to me for like $430, or sorry, $530, well, I know they're about 10% above spot. You guys feel me? You guys understand where I'm going on with this? Kevin Hawthorne, my man, what's going on? So then I did the same thing with pesos. So like if I see like a dos peso, I want to be around 200. If I see a dos y media, I want to be around 250. And it just makes it super simple to just, you know exactly what your price range is, and you can just go in there and just make offers or whatever. And sometimes you might have to get 2 to get them closer to this price rather than 1 or something, you know, but it works out. And it's just a good quick thing. And then the same thing with the francs, because you know, I just picked again the most common types of gold that I see at shops and the kind of gold that I like to buy. It just makes it really easy. So this would be ounces here, grammars, Mexican, francs, and then American coinage as well. So congratulations on your win over there, Muscle Shell, on the other show there. All right. And then this is my Walker half. This value, I try to get the values. I try to export the values over. Don't ignore it too much, but this is really what I'm using this for, is my tracker to determine how many Walkers graded that I have and how many I'm, you know, what dates I need to get, etc., etc. So I picked up 47s. These two, I picked up these two recently. 2 of them, MS65s for around $135. It's kind of a fair price, a little bit on the higher end. I'll be quite frank with you though, I'm not pleased with these two. I'm not going to replace it right away. I will probably end up doing something where like I sell or trade these two for like 2 other ones, because they have some like off toning and like some ugly toning streaks and stuff that I don't like. So but this is for me keeping track of my PCGS registry, and I can go through here and see which ones I have. So I kind of started like some of the more difficult ones here. If at the coin show, if I see like a 1921 graded, I don't know, probably like VF10 or higher. VF10 or higher would probably be where I'm at. I can look at but I can go here and I can look at these prices here. You guys following along? I know I move fast, but you know, you can keep up. You can keep up. So I can look at the prop reports, then I can go here and I go, all right, I'm looking for a 1921 Philly. So I just go to the 1921 Philly, and then right here. And then what this is telling me is that, okay, in a 30 grade, a 1921 Philly is kind of around $2,000. Now it's PCGS. Take it with a grain of salt. It's probably a little bit under this. You know, a 65 would be $33,000. Nah, can't afford that, out of the budget. What's going on, Matt? Wingy, my man, Wingy. All right, so what I can do is I can go over here. I can say, okay, let's get grades. Let's write grades 25 through 60. Let's see what we got. And then I go back to 1921, and I couple this with eBay sales. So at 25, 1250, that's in my ballpark of what I would be willing to spend. And then what I could do then is I would go to like something like 130 point or eBay. I can go to eBay and I can say, all right, let's go 1921. And what did I say I was looking for? VF25? 1 second. I forgot the grade. Yeah, 25. Okay. So I can go here. I can say it is VF, right? Or is it VF 25, or is that the grade? I can go here. I can search that up. Bam. I can do the same thing here. Search that up. Bam. And what I can see now is what the recent sales were. We've got a 1921S. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a Philly, but 1921S cleaned, not good. for 325, 1921 for VF25 for 1200. It's kind of in the range I'm looking for, but again, I'm looking for Philly. There's a D, there's an S, there's an S, there's an S. Dang, there are not very many Phillies out there that have been sold recently. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This one has no grade though, so ungraded for 200. So you can already see that purchasing this coin is going to be a little bit expensive. Let's just say that. That's going to be a challenge. Let's see. Where's the Philly? Wow, only one. So this makes it difficult. Here's another ungraded one. I can just tell you, kind of just looking at this coin, we can do our quick grading. We've got a worn down, about 3/4 of the date is worn down. We've got wearing on the lettering. We've got the rim is kind of absorbing into the coinage here. We've got the almost like the pitting marks and like rot looking breaks going on up here. This would be a very low graded coin, sold at 150. Here's another one for 250. This one's a lot better. You actually have a full date and you have a full rim. So this is a much more solid of a coin. 250. There's just not a lot of Phillies. So I can see right off the bat, like even an ungraded crappy coin. Here's a VFP. Here's a very fine plus cleaned. So unfortunately, this one didn't get the grade. But for $500, there's another one for 120 with, you know, worn down dates and pretty rough, pretty worn down there, slicked up almost. So yeah, this is gonna be a tough coin to find in a good quality. We'll do our best. That is one that I'm definitely looking for. Nikki, what's going on, bud? How you doing? All right. And that's kind of what I do. And then I can look here for ones that are sale. Did I not put? Oh, I should have probably. Maybe I should just put P here. Maybe that'll help the find it a little bit. No, it didn't do a thing. Here's one for 260. I also, by the way, I don't buy from people that have under. When I'm spending this kind of a money, I'm not gonna be buying from somebody who has under 1,000 rating. I'm sorry. I'm sure you're all great people, just trying to make a living and starting your own business and stuff like that. But nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'll buy a $20 coin from you, but I'm not gonna buy a $300, $400, $500 coin from you. Here's one. 1921. This one is not great. Looks like it's been cleaned because you can see the reason why it looks pretty well cleaned is because you can see how like there's like grime on all the features on the edges, but on the top part where it's slicked, and then on the like the main parts of the fields where it's harder to clean. It's harder to clean in between all these things, right? Than it is in these big open fields. This is just a cleaned coin, so this is ungradable. Something to keep in mind. Plus, it's all dinged up. 1943. That's not helpful at all. There's a 1921 that they're claiming that it's very fine to extra fine. Again, I don't. If it's not graded, I'm not really taking their word for it. You know, we gotta go through them all. There's just not a lot of these available, so I might have to be a beggar can't be chooser on this 1921 Philly, huh? We'll see. We'll see. But the D, there's plenty of Ds. Let's just say that. There's plenty of Ds. So I'm looking for a graded 1921. I'm looking for an ungraded 1921 D. So that's what that's why it was on the screen here. So that's one thing. What's going on, Catcom? How you doing? Thanks everybody for popping in here. Again, we will do an open later on down the line of the stream tonight. Let me get the juices flowing, you know? Let me get the juices flowing. Let me go through what I'm looking for my pricing action for the walkers and then the proof Benjis. And then I will open up the forum for everybody to kind of hop in here. Anybody who wants to come on and chat, I've got the StreamYard up and I'll give you guys the link in just a little bit. So, but right now I just kind of want to go through what I'm going through. Granddaddy has a birthday coming up. He likes nice things. Maybe I should buy one of Catcom's nice coins for his birthday. How about that? Would that be better? Would that be better? Would that be a good gift? All right. So 1921D. This is the one that I'm looking for raw. Funny enough. So I am looking for one of these raw, and I had them priced around starting at around 175 to 200 is what I'm going to expect to pay for raw. I mean, look at this thing. This thing went through a wood chipper, ran over by your cousin backing out of the, you know, doing a 15-point turn, trying to get into the Denny's, right? Like, and that's still sold for $250. That just goes to show you. I mean, I keep talking about this all the time. And I don't think people truly understand like what I mean by there's so much more to constitutional 90% silver than meets the eye. It's not just, you know, like alloy or, you know, it's not just silver. Look for a bust dollar. All right, I'll write that down. I am writing down, by the way, your recommendations. I don't have my camera on today. I don't feel like being on camera. I don't feel like putting on a show. I don't feel like pulling metals out of the safe. You know what I mean? Today is just a monitor day because I don't feel like doing stuff like that. I'll look for a bust dollar. I want to get a flowing hair and a bust. Now I'm not looking to spend a ton of money though. Draped bust. I'll put it down there though for a searcher. Searcheroo. Maybe I'll take some pictures too. I'm the worst. Like, I know I do content, but I don't see myself as a content creator. If y'all can understand what I'm saying there. Like, I'm just not the kind of guy. Like, I can't comfortably go into a setting like that and turn on a camera and a microphone and like talk and put on a show. Right? I just can't do it in front of, I don't know, like a whole bunch of other people. I feel like I'm intruding on everybody when I do that. So it's so hard for me, man. It's something like one day I have to get over, but you know, I just can't do it. I've tried it before in the past with other venues and stuff. It's just not for me. Like, so maybe I'll take a bunch of pictures and then I'll come back and I'll do like a video where I go through the pictures and discuss kind of like what was going on and what I was doing. Bought some Benjis and a Morgan yesterday. Hell yeah. I'm gonna be buying some Benjis and I got a little surprise for some people. I got some surprises for y'all. I might actually be go ahead and filling out a Peace Dollar and the Morgan Dollar albums. I just picked up the Peace Dollar Littleton one. Ooh, that's it. That looks fake. Okay, like I'm sorry. Like, somebody paid like $4,500 for this. I'm just gonna say it. Like, that coin looks fake to me. Can y'all see this? What's going on, Zach? I don't want to be that guy. This coin looks fake as heck to me. I've seen a lot of walkers. There's just something about this coin. Like, everything is too rounded. Everything is too smooth. Everything is too bland. Maybe it's their lighting. I don't think it's the lighting either. Because there's like 3 different light sources and all 3 of these, this coin looks so fake to me. Holy cow. Am I the only one? Look at that. It looks like somebody made this coin out of Play-Doh or something. This does not, anyway, whatever. I didn't buy it. What do I care? Not my problem. Not my circus. Not my circus. Dude, I really hope somebody didn't get completely ripped off right there. Cheapest silver ounce in the shop today was 67 bucks. Generics still over $10. Wow, that's a heck of a spread, Zach. That's a heck of a premium on generics. Wow, your LCS is like, did they have trouble? Like, did they overbuy when silver was a really high price? Now they just have to kind of like get through it. Well, like, let me show you what I was talking about here. Like, looks like frosting. Let me show you, Matt. Like, okay, I want you to look at this coin, and then I want you to look at this coin. Wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? You're gonna see what I'm saying. Bro, look at this. Okay, now let's go to the eagle. Go to the eagle. Now look, okay. Look at this coin, and then look at this coin. Do you see the difference that I'm talking about? Like, these look like totally, and I know that these aren't the same exact condition. I get it. I'm just saying, this looks like it's made out of something else. That's what it should look like. I don't think it's the lighting. I mean, look at the leaves and stuff, and look at the branches, and look at the feathers. Like, that's gotta be a fake, right? Anyway, not my job to police eBay auctions. Yeah, the D looked too fat, didn't it? It just nothing felt right. And buying 10 back, it's their new normal. They straight up told me until something makes sense. So she's just really protecting her business. You know, I get it, Zach, and I don't want to I don't want to be the guy that's like, oh, that's, you know, that's screws people over. Look, she's got to stay. If she's gonna stay in business in this volatile time, she's got to do what she's got to do. You know, at least she's being honest about it and upfront about it. You also have the choice not to buy there right now. You know what I mean? Like, you can also choose during this volatile climate and that large spread to just simply not buy from there, and to and not sell there either, obviously, but just purchase online or somewhere else for a while the prices are, you know, a little bit crazy, and then when things balance back out, go back and support the LCS, whatever you want to do. But I'm not the kind of guy that's like, you have to only shop at your LCS. Nah, man, my LCS doesn't care to give me good deals or support me. I'm not gonna go out of my way. Yeah, so the D's we are looking for in raw form. You can see why, like, these are all sold, by the way. You can see how these sales are. These are all pretty much, you know, the worst ones are like $175 to $200. Average looking ones, like, I would settle for one like this where the top of the date, I mean, this is like gonna be like a 4 or a 3, right? The rim is kind of worn down. The LIBE is all worn down right there. The T and the Y is worn down in the fields, right? The numbers are worn down, and this is still 321 bucks. I think mine, I got like a, what is it, a G8 or no, G5. I think my graded one is a G5 for 450 bucks or something like that. So I can tell you, you know, like, even the low grade ones still have a value there. This one's beat to hell. This one would not, this is not one that I would want in my binder right here, to be quite honest with you. The album, look, you can't even see, like, there's no In God We Trust. You know, this one deserves to be melted down. Oh, this one I wouldn't be offended if somebody melted that sucker down. That guy, he's gone. She's gone. All right, but yeah, I want to see full date. Like, something like this would be great. So I'm looking like it's probably gonna cost me $250, $300. Ooh, look at that. That's nice. That's actually, look, I get that it's cleaned. I'm not concerned about that it's cleaned and it's not gradable. But I'm just talking about in terms of a binder copy, that actually wouldn't be a bad one for a quick little binder copy. You're going to get a good price on it because it's cleaned, but you got a full date. You got a full monogram there. You've got the full Liberty. You've got most of your rim too. I mean, it's just obviously been cleaned up, you know. So you get my point though. This one would be okay. A lot of scratches, but yeah, I'm going to be picky about the 21D. I'm not going to be so picky about the other ones. So that's what I'm looking at there. Franklin, I want to see something else real quick here. Franklin, $50. Let's do, what are you guys thinking? So to be quite frank with you on this, frank on the Franklins, pun intended. The Franklins, I need the lower proofs, and they don't need to be graded. I do have 67s graded. I think what I'll do is I'll get the 50s through the 55. No, 55 is cheap in the grades. I could probably do 50, 51, 52, 53. I think I would get raw. So let me look at those real quick. 1950 proof. Let's see what we get here. And let's do it here too. Let's see what we got. The 1951 proof that sold for $53. A little scratchy, little scratches up on it. I would not call it BU, honestly. I see too many scratches just from this, not even zooming in on that. See, this is what I like. I like these PF65s. I have 67s. 1950 65. That's actually a really good price. Am I crazy? No, that's a really good price for a graded 65. Oh, that's a freaking quarter. Oh my gosh. What the heck? I'm sitting here like, hey, what's up, Angry Buffalo? How you doing? Did I miss anybody? Did I not say hello to somebody? I think I got everybody. I'm sitting here reading the grade, PF65, and I'm looking at the price, and I'm looking at the date. I didn't look at the freaking coin. Oh my gosh, this is a freaking quarter. No wonder. I was like, this thing should be like 700 bucks. How'd they get this for 85? Well, that's how. It's not even a freaking Franklin. Holy crap, how brutal is that? It just straight up says harshly cleaned. Harshly cleaned. Not even just a little clean. They're like, they took the Dremel to this thing with the wire brush, you know? All right. 1950 hot auction. Oh, this is an auction. Ooh. What do we got going on here? Got a little action going on here, huh? 1950 proof. 1 day, 8 hours left. We're up to $175. Ungraded. All right. Great. It's probably going to end around 250 or so. Straight up $300. Yes, you just 98,000 ratings though. I'm assuming that they've got some like, they've got a whole bunch of these. Those look nice. If you get one of these, in fairness, these actually look really nice for 1950 proofs. It says impaired though. I don't know what that implies. Anybody know what does impaired mean? What does impaired mean on that? Joseph's Reserves, what's up? That quarter got you, dude. That quarter got me hard, Joseph. I just looked up and I was like, man. I was like, I was about to send that guy a message to me like, you got the deal of a lifetime, dude. Nice score. And then yeah, totally not even the right denomination. Did anybody get the $20,000 gold bell? I'm not that rich, dude. I am not that rich, brother. Not willing to pay 5x the price of gold. Maybe Jamie G, my man Jamie G, rolling deep in the gold. He might have traded some gold for one. We'll see. This is beauty. That's a beauty. $500. What is this? MS PF64 for 500. That's a little. Oh, that's okay. That's okay pricing. Let's see what they sold at. Why don't we see what they're selling at? Oh shoot. Okay. Well, there goes my hopes and dreams of having an MS67 set. Yeah, that's a beautiful coin. That's the kind of coin I'm looking for in my collection for proof. Beautiful. It's because 67, just so you know, like even on the Franklins, like I want to show you this. If you guys look, even on the Franklins, there's really not that many above. So what you don't realize often is that this right here, this 1950 proof Franklin PF67, beautiful coin. I mean, that's a really nice coin. $2,220. What's interesting here is that there are no 68s. There are no 69s. So that can, like, that tells you a little bit, right? Let's go double check that. United States. And if I'm looking at something, guys, and you're interested in like, how did I find it? Where am I looking at? Just hit me up, man. Just hit me up. Let me know. So if I'm looking at this, I want to go down to the proofs. This is the proofs. So let's go here, proofs. All right. So just so you know, I keep trying to say that these are proof. Oh, you sold your 56 PR69? Capcom, what a coin. What a coin. All right. This is PCGS's graded registry. And look, proofs are totally meant to be collectible and uncirculated. But notice how there are none in the 70 grade. None. 69 is the highest grade. So if you're catching what Capcom is saying that he sold his 56 at an MS69 or a PR69, and that is like legitimately one of the highest grades of the 56 proof that exists. You guys catching that? So that's pretty impressive. That I don't know if it was a type 1, whatever, but I mean, Capcom let go of a pretty nice coin there. And what I'm saying is like, look, there's only two in MS69 of the 1956 type 1. There's none that are higher than his grade. None. 0. So his coin was quite literally one of the highest graded possible coins that you could fetch in that date. I don't know. Again, I don't know if it was a type 2, a type 2 cam. I don't know. But even then, there's only like 200 total of the 1956 of all the varieties in MS69. So it was a type 1. So you actually, Capcom, sold like one of the rarest, highest quality, best pieces of that coin. So I mean, I'm gonna assume you got a pretty decent price for that sucker. But that's pretty impressive right there. Anyway, that's the stuff we're looking at. Joseph, you asked, do I have a gray sheet? I've got like, no, I don't have like vendor stuff, like the blue sheets and all that kind of stuff. What I have are all sorts of books, man. Joseph, I have, and not necessarily for the Franklins. I have all these books primarily for the Walkers. But I do have, like, you know, the Numismatic Grading Association grading guides with their recommended pricings. I have the Red Book and all its pricings. I have the PCGS pricings. I have, you know, like things like 130 point auction pricing. So although I respect the gray sheets and stuff, the reality is that the price movement, like the price moves too much for all this stuff. I think that you need a more like for the gray sheet to matter to me, they would have to come out with like an issue like every month where they're like actually updated, you know, all the different varieties and stuff. Like, I don't know that they have the capacity to do that every month. Like, I just don't think they can keep up. I've had some of the highest graded world coins. I actually don't like slabs much anymore. I have too much fun in the vintage rounds world. Yeah, whatever. Look, Zach, I've learned that, like, me myself, my taste and preferences for collecting and stacking has changed so much, you know, year over year over year over year over year. So I get it completely what you're saying. And I started out really only focused on bullion, and I was only collecting bullion. I only cared about bullion, and then I switched probably sometime around like January, February, maybe December, when the price started super accelerating, and then 90% got really cheap. Well, I started kind of like buying it, and then by just buying a little bit, I got like extremely obsessed with it. I started loving it, and then meeting people, you know, like y'all out here hanging out. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. All right, so we're looking at these Franklins. My goal here is kind of look at the pricing. Let's look at some other ones. 1950. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say 60. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look for raw. I'm gonna have to look for uncirculated raws, because these are a little bit out of my price point for the Franklins, because the Franklins are not my core collecting goal. My core collecting goal is with the Walking Liberty $50 series. So I'm willing to spend more for the Walkers than I am the Franklins. So I think this is going to be out of my price range, these graded ones. But something like this is that's in there. That's in there. But it's just, maybe I won't focus on one of these out the gate. But 360 seems to be pretty fair price, and that's a really nice looking coin. That's my style. You guys know my style. Great strike. You know, I can see the hairlines. I can see the cheek lines, the eyelashes. Like, I can see the Liberties nicely nicely pressed. Super blast white, no toning visible. Like, that's my kind of coin. The Humble Stacker, what's going on? Mustard Biscuits, Catcom, Silver Serpent, Serps in the house. Joseph Reserves, Matt Wingy, Zach, my man Zach. Let's see, I already got some Catcom in there. We got Muskets, baby. Who else do we got? We got Being Becky earlier. Appreciate all of you guys again. I know everybody's got a million things y'all could be doing in your evenings. So the fact that you guys choose to hang out at this stream and just kind of, you know, just kind of hang out with us, you know, you're welcome. Zach, enjoy dinner. You know, Zach, I like to tell people I'm a really good second or third monitor guy. You know, I just ramble and have ADHD. So if you do have me thrown up on a monitor off in your, you know, living room while you're over there having dinner, I appreciate it. You know, keep me up on the second monitor. That's all I'm asking. All right. So we got some raw boys. I don't know. What does impaired mean, guys? Do I need to? Hey, Rodriguez. I forgot about. Sorry about that. Rodriguez, get you the call out there as well. What is impaired? Catcom, I need your help here. When I read Franklin $50 proof impaired, does that just mean like some sort of like blemish, like a scratch or a ding? Or does that mean that there's something wrong with the strike? And Catcom, if you can't tell me the answer to this, I'm going to Google it. But what does impaired mean? All right, moving on. Yeah, man, these 1950s. This is the first proof series. So, oh wow, look at that. No way. Wait. That's actually a decent deal. I'll be honest with you. If these coins are decent, like that's actually not a bad deal at all. Short set of proofs. Maybe I should do it that way. Maybe I should just get them. Since I have a lot of them. But I don't like. Look, if they're gonna be $300 a piece raw for like the 1950s, like let's say that's 250. Let's say the 1951's like 250. That's 500. Let's go 150 maybe here. 650. Let's go maybe 150 here. So let's go 800 there, and then let's go down to maybe 100 here and 100 here. That's 1,000. I mean, but getting them all in one fell swoop, I could knock them out and put them in my book. That's actually not a bad deal. Maybe I should start looking for a short set like that and just get them all at once. I mean, I don't know. Would you guys buy this from a company that has 0 sales and 0 feedback? I will 100%. I will not. I will not. But still, that's a very fine. It's not even. Ugh. All right. Oh man, I got the gold label PR65 1950. That's pretty solid. It's a pretty solid deal. Another 65 for 570. All right. Let's switch this up. You guys, you're gonna have to bear with me. By the way, if you don't know, I will also I will be doing an open forum, open mic night pretty soon here. I just wanted to go through this for myself, and I wanted to set some pricing targets for myself as I go to the local coin shop Saturday. So just a lot of new people. Southeast Stacking the Collectible, what's up? Going. A lot of people have joined the stream recently since since I started it early. What we're doing right here is I have a coin show that I am going to on Saturday, and so right now we are looking up prices so that I can write down prices of what I can look for dealers and what their offers are, and I can make offers back to them of what I'm willing to pay. So this is all just me kind of like, again, prepping myself for what I'm going to purchase at the coin show to build my collection and to build my stack. So thanks for being here. Let's keep a check on the gold, stock, silver price. We're still flat for the day. All right, let's get this thing off. Yeah. All right. Going through here, we should see the prices come down about 15-20%. Proof like, we're getting a lot of proof likes, but I'm looking for proof. All right, uncirculated 1951 Philadelphia Mint silver. Okay, that's what we're looking right here. So this is a good baseline right here. This is a 51 ungraded at $83. All right, so all right. That's good to know. I could do that. Like I wouldn't mind spending like $80 to get one of the lower date proofs, stuff like that. Someone wait, Kalilo. PMs for sale, PMs for sale, PMs for sale. On his way, my friends. All right. 1952 PF65. I have 3 PR67s like this one right here. I probably want to keep these. Hey, look who it is. Catcom. It's the 67 Gem Plus Plus. How do you like that? I really do like my 67s. They're just beautiful. That's $300 for a 67. In the 56, that's not going to help me much. 51 proof, 64. That's nice. 240. That's a little lower than what I had seen earlier, so that's not bad. What are the sales? What are the sales at? Uncirculated 66. Ooh, that's pretty nice. 600. Or best offer. That's nice. $250. $250. Damn. Ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be expensive. It's gonna be expensive. All right, you know what I'm thinking, guys? I'm thinking I don't care enough about this series to be spending $250 a coin. So let me double check some of the older dates that I'm missing. I'm missing a 58, a 55. These should be more reasonably priced. If I know what I'm talking about, these should be a lot more reasonably priced. I'm thinking we aren't going back to the low 50s until after I've met a lot more of my walker goal. And I have to get 65 Walking Liberty half dollars for my PCGS registry. How about that? How you feel about that? What's going on, Silver State Stacker? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let me open this on a new tab over here. 1 second. J Riddle. There we go. That works. Set registry. Dragoon. Let me get my Dragoon registry. I want to show you guys what I've been working on. I want to show you guys what I've been working on. How about that? Profile? Where is it? Oh, sets. Okay, here you go, guys. Here's my set that I'm trying to complete this, okay? So I gotta submit graded coins. I can do PCGS or NGC. Well, this one's PCGS. This one only accepts PCGS. But like I have a 1928. So how this works is when I submit a coin, I can put it onto this. I register it into my inventory, and then I can add it to my registry sets. And then you get points for like the more of these you collect. So you can see like, and it tells you everything about it too. So it says that, okay, I turned in a 1939D. I turned in an MS64. And it gives me a rating of 128 points. It shows that there's 1,643 of them in this rating, right? It shows that there's 3,853 that are higher rated than mine. So like I can see how my coins are stacking up to this. So like my 1921D, there are 1,603 at a higher grade than my VG8. VG8 is what I have there. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I have a 1921. Is it not on my registry? I have a much, anyway, I guess my inventory is not set right, because, hold on. Could have a 1921, unless it's NGC didn't take it. 1921S. Oh, okay. So, okay, that's what's going on. So I've got more coins. All right. I see what's going on. This is PCGS. PCGS doesn't allow me to register my NGC coins onto, but I put them in my inventory, but I can't put them into my registry. That's what's going on. Walker's number 5, 120,000 set. I'm trying, man. Yeah, I am doing a registry. Yeah. It's more for my own thing. Let me see if I can get NGC up here. I haven't registered my last 2 coins that I picked up or added them to my inventory, but like I took my own pictures and these are like legit my coins taken from my own stuff. Dragoon should join Southeast's live when Granddaddy is on. I don't know, man. I cannot keep up with all of everybody's channels and like when they're going live and stuff like that. I don't even know if y'all have schedules or not. I'm so spontaneous. I'm bored. I got time. Let's just go live. You know what I mean? That's how I work. I don't really scan it out or schedule it out. All right. So anyway, what were we doing? Franklins. Yeah, we were looking at these Franklins. So yeah, I'm gonna skip the higher end stuff on the Franklins, I think, and I'm just gonna focus on the 50, 53, 55, 58, I think, because those look like they're in the more of the ballpark of when things are what things see. Like right here, 55 for a PR67 cam, I would probably like that. Wouldn't be a big deal. $80 is nice, and the 67 would fit with all my other. There's a 68 for wow. A PF 68 for $56 sounds like a pretty good deal. Yeah, and there are no 70s, so 69 is the highest that you can get. Okay, this is more up my alley. All right, now I'm feeling a little better now. $33, like that's, yeah, that's what we're I'll take that all day. I'll take a 55 proof, drop it into the album, $55. But the walkers are going to be where I have to like actually spin stuff. Sharp darts outside of Tuesday, outside of dart season. Oh, I get what you're saying. You're talking about when I should I should join is when they're not playing darts or when dart season's over. I'm actually really good at darts, by the way. Darts and pool. I got you guys. Let's go. Used to have a pool table and dartboard in my house. Hell yeah, dude. I would take these 67s all day long for that price. We might have to shop for some. We might have to shop for some Franklin. But right now, okay. All right, I got a plan. I have a plan for my walkers and my Franklins. I'm gonna put a note here. The like, basically the 50, 51, and 52 are kind of like they're outside of my budget for this trip until I get more of the walkers, because the walker set is huge. It's like 65 coins, and I have like 13 or 14 tops. So I'm gonna have to like, I mean, when you need 50 more freaking coins, graded coins, and that just adds up, especially when you get into those really crazy areas. Argent Arrow, what's going on? Thanks for being here. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget, share the stream, like the stream, invite your favorite people to come watch it, you know, hang out. We will be having an open mic. I don't know how many slots you get for a free StreamYard account, but I do have the StreamYard. It is actually active and up. I just haven't like sent the link over, but yeah, we'll switch to this screen later on when I get done shopping. All right, guys, we're gonna shop right now. We need to shop. So I told y'all this is my inventory. Somebody issued me a refund on something that I purchased recently. So we need to find a let's see here. We need to find a Walking Liberty $50. Do this. All right, let's go. Walking Liberty $50 MS65. We're gonna be looking for walkers, and I don't have an MS65 or higher. Oh my gosh, look at these just crazy slabs. What are you talking about? Look up the scent in red proof. I don't know what year is that, dude. What is this? Scent red proof. What am I looking for here? This? You're gonna have to give me some more details here, Catcom. I don't know what you're talking about. This one? $51 on up. Guys, I don't speak Catcom. Somebody gonna have to interpret for me. Is this what I'm looking for? PF66 1951 red scent proof. Look at old Lincoln shining bright, man. Popping. I don't know if this is what you're looking for or not. Catcom has commandeered the channel for a second, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't speak his coin speak. Is this it? Is this what we're looking for? This guy? The wheat scent? Look up PR67. Ah, man, we're getting there. 1951 red scent proof PR67. Is this a coin that you have for sale right here? This one right here, 1951. Whatever, PGA PR67 red. I mean, it's a cool looking coin, but I don't know what we're doing. Is this you? Are you selling this one? Are you Spirit 73? Jamie G, one and only. What's going on, buddy? What's going on? I'm giving Catcom a hard time, but I'm not sure where we're going with this. That's a nice looking one right there. Look at that thing. That's pretty. That's a nice looking coin. I'm just gonna tell you all this right now. You had one. Oh, okay. I got you. I was gonna say, like, I'm gonna tell you right now, there's no way in hell I'm paying $430 for a cent. I don't care how shiny it is. That's just my 2 cents. No, yeah, that's nice. You got some nice high-end stuff. You definitely have some nice high-end stuff. Oh, you have a 56, not a 51. Am I looking at the wrong date? What am I doing? All right, Capcom, appreciate you. I don't know where we're going right here. I'm gonna know where we're going right here, but I am gonna go. We're looking for ourselves an MS65 Walking Liberty $50 to purchase because, well, to be honest with you, somebody refunded me something and I need to find one. So 1945. Get the red cents out of here. All right, we got 1945. What's this? What is PGA? Is this PCGS, something like that? What is PGA? Precise Grading Authenticators. Is this something that you print in your Epson, your Canon printer, your Canon color printer? And you just slap this sticker on it. What is this? What is this grading company? I mean, how does the piece of paper inside the slab get wear marks? Just asking aspiring interest here. Capcom, is this you? That granddaddy right here? All tails. You know, I will say this. Like, where I come from, when you're like spinning tall tales, like, that means you're basically lying. You're telling fibs and stories. I don't know that I would set up my online business to be sort of a pseudonym for lying. Am I the only one that thinks that? I don't know. What the hell is PGA? All right, enough of that. Get that up. That's a pretty one. 1947. I think I have plenty of 1947, so I don't think I need another 1947. Yeah, I'm good on 1947. I've been screwed so many times on the 1947 recently, I don't even want to talk about it. Another PGA slab. Oh, that's failing the MS65 part of this task here, folks. Okay, we're getting there right there. We're getting something. Oh, it's another PGA slab. What is this? What is with these PGA slabs? It's making PGA making ICG look good. Golfers like that coin. Or am I using ball marker? Are you saying this is a ball marker? Is that what you're saying? I mean, that's a nice looking coin, Jerry, but oh, that thing looks I don't know about that. That thing looks almost cleaned. That thing's shiny. All right, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Maybe we need to get a little bit more expensive before we find real coins here. Ah, that's better. We're getting there. We're getting there, boss. An auction. We got $100, $5 shipping. Pretty white. Pretty pretty. $5 days left on this auction. You tell me convince me they didn't shill bid their own auction. All right. Oh man, really nice strike on the blouse here. Not so great on the stars. Not so great on the hand here. The right hand's a little smudged. 1946S. Let me guess. This is the one I already have. Oh no, I don't have any 1946s. Okay, this is a candidito, ladies and gentlemen. This is a candidate. Professional golf. Oh, oh gosh, I didn't even think about it like that. That's good. That's good. That was a good one. That's a good one. Oh, look at the breast feathers. That's a light strike on the breast feathers for sure. Leg feathers are garbage. how did this thing get MS65? I guess just like Light Strike MS65 is how they're doing it. Like, or did NGC just have a day off on their grading scale here? Because I've seen, I guess it's still uncirculated, even though the strike is pretty soft. Yeah, we'll just watch this one for a second. The heck? Oh, you gotta sign in. I don't want to sign in. I don't want to sign in. All right, keep going. ICG. This slab, guys. This slab just needs work. How do you have? Yeah, that's true. The PCGS registry would just say no. It's okay. I do have an NGC registry that accepts both, by the way. How do you have a slab? You have a, okay, I want to put this into perspective. Like, I'm assuming, I'm just going to assume that ICG grades hundreds of thousands of coins a year. Probably makes, you know, millions, tens of millions of dollars a year. And they choose a font and a style that makes it almost illegible to like see their actual information about the coin. Like, why is this just so jammed together? I mean, the C is touching the G over here. It's all this bold, fat font that is like stuck on top of each other. I mean, who? You would think that like this decision. I'm going on a little bit of a tangent. Okay, I'm just going on a little bit of a tangent here, but you would think that this decision had to go through like probably an advertising and design team, probably went through sort of like a company meeting, choosing a brand and a logo. I mean, this is every single person who buys your product or service has to see this. The CEO, the VP, how do all of those people look at this and go, you know what? Ship it. I like it. It doesn't even cost more money to use a better font that makes the lettering more clear. It doesn't cost more money to make a logo that doesn't look like a 4-year-old printed it off for a school project. What are we doing here? I mean, like this. Look at this. You got a decent logo in the background. Look at the font. Every single letter and number, every character on this is just easy to read, very clearly like descriptive. You don't need to like zoom in and move on. Hey, sit your ass down, Catcom. Okay, all right. Grab another pinch. Freshen it up. It's gonna be okay. All right, I'm busy. All right, I'm busy. I got something I gotta say about that label. That label sucks. They gotta get rid of that label. ICG, have some self-respect. Okay, that's a little. I can't even believe I'm gonna say this, folks. But this plain ass white label is actually better. Is an actual improvement over this. I can't even believe that that's part of this conversation. Holy cow. ICG. Just give me $250,000 and I will dramatically improve your design, your brand, and I will get you millions of more dollars in revenue. We have got to talk. But at least they fixed the font issue. I'm glad Dorothy or whoever came up with this has finally realized that like it's better to have labels that you can actually read. I hope you understand. Wait, Mustard and Biscuits, this isn't my fault. Hey, you cannot, okay. You cannot blame me, Mustard and Biscuits. You cannot blame me. All right. You came here. I didn't force you to come here. I didn't force you to dodge Pang's pores. I got nothing against Pang's pores. Go enjoy them. We're just going. Right now I'm shopping for my coin, and then we're gonna open this night up to a live conversation with whoever the heck wants to join me. Yes. Okay. You guys got it. All right. Here we go. MS63. I gotta buy a coin though. I gotta buy an MS65 coin. It's just the way it is. Preferably PCGS, but I will do NGC as well. I'm done picking on ICG. I mean, how many? I literally said I'm done picking on ICG. How many freaking designs do they have? What is this crap? Another white just piece of paper. Oh my god. I can't with ICG. There's Annex. There's an option. All right, 1944 Philly PCGS 65. We'll give this one a serious consideration because this is right at what I was refunded anyway. Where's my Walker? Do I have a 1944 Philly? 1944 Philly. Bazinga! Bazinga! We might be in here. We might be in here. 1944 Philly. We're in a PCGS slab as well. You can check out the registry. Look at this coin. That's a pretty bad picture of this coin, though. I mean, I've already got better breast and leg feathers than even in the blurry image. I have better images here, like better feathering than that other coin we looked at. I can't tell if that's toning on the left breast or if that's just light reflecting. And what's going on down here in the 44? I need some more clear. Okay, so we do have toning down here. That's what's going on down there. We do have toning down at the bottom. For sure. Creeping into the date. I will go ahead and put this one on the side. Let's go ahead and kill that one, 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 kill that. Oh yeah, I can't do that. All right, one day. We'll keep it over there to the side. Whoop. All right. I'm buying a coin, dang it. And why do people hate on Annex so much? Just curious. Why do people not like Annex grading? This is actually an okay strike. I can see a little bit of the separation of the V on the thumb and the fingers. Not great on the other fingers there. Little scratch right there in the field, but not terrible. I don't see any obtrusive toning. See what the back has got. Maybe a little bit up top here. A little bit browning. Not bad though. Looks like they used a yellow light though. Breast feathers, solid. Leg, not great, but you like Annex? Do you like the toning? I don't, Becky. I try to avoid toning, and it's nothing. I don't dislike some toning. I dislike like the ugly toning, like where you get like this toning is not the greatest to me, because like that is just not going to ever improve. That's not going to ever really improve the coin to me. Like it's not going to add any luster or eye appeal or anything like that. It's probably only going to get uglier than that. You know, it's just like a black splotch. If it's like that golden ring around the edge or bluish color around that, that's different. This coin's actually not bad. This coin is not that bad. The problem with this one is the NCG and the PCGS registry, neither of them accept Annex coins for my registry. So this would just be like just they throw it into my kit. But I'm gonna put it on the side there just in case. MS63, a little bit low. Oh, this is looking good. This is an auction though. I'd have to beat somebody up for this one. But let's look at this guy. This is a 1944 MS65, 1944 Philly. Yep, Philly. So let's go ahead and take a look. Do I even need it? I do. Oh, it's the same thing. Duh. 1944. Let's look at this real quick. What's going on up there? What's going on up here? What in the tar nations is going on around the edge of this coin? Nah. Get off the screen. Get out of here. What is this coin? NX. Okay, I was like, what slab is that? That's what I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. This is tough. 1946D. Oh, we got a chance here. We got a chance here. All right, now this is the kind of stuff that I'm looking for right here. We got a PCGS gold label. Good luck collecting all that extra money you paid when you sell LCS online dealer. I don't sell EC. I don't sell. I wouldn't sell any graded coins to just like a random LCS. All that hard work and money a stack will pay for graded flag points only to lowballed by the LCS when selling. Yeah. That's why like you have to be smart when you do things. You can't just choose like the dumbest, easiest route. And pretty much that's like kind of like a life theory, right? Whatever's the dumbest, easiest route, you're probably going to get the worst end of the bargain to deal if you strictly choose that for yourself. So for instance, if I'm going to be buying coins like this that have a market peer-to-peer or collector-to-collector, or maybe you go to a trade show like a coin show where you find other enthusiasts, other collectors that value and appreciate the same things that you do, right? Like these prices aren't just made up. This is an auction, and what that means is that multiple people are bidding on the item, and the ultimate sale price is going to be the price that the market of people that are interested in the item deem its value to be on the highest end possible. So like if this auction ends at $128, right? What that means is that this coin, literally this coin, its market value is going to be $128. So if you were going to go to sell it tomorrow, right? If you were to run an auction, you'd be at the whim of the gods, or you could use that $128 sale and any other recent sales as an averaging to determine where the current price is. So for instance, if I were really serious about this coin, here's what I would do. I would go right here, and I would go like this, and I would go here, and I would go here, and I would go MS65, and then I would go down here to solds. And this is just on eBay. You know, obviously you could do even more detailed if you wanted to, right? I'm gonna have to log in. 1 second, guys. So dumb. All right, so if I go to sold, right, this is just to kind of show you, right, what you would do. Okay, here's a 65 1946D. This sold for $150. Okay. Oh shoot, didn't mean to do that. This one in an old annex slab, for whatever reason, this one sold for $405. Okay, here's one that's closer to the one that I'm looking at. This one's closer to, so this one might be like a bar where I say, okay, what am I willing to pay for this coin, right? And I'm just trying to teach how I do things, right? So if I look at this, and this is an MS65 gold label, I haven't really gone too much in detail on it, but if I'm looking at it, I don't really see, I see some toning spotting going on the bottom down here. That's not perfect, but it's there. I can see distinct tail feathers on the leg and the breast. So this is actually pretty well struck on the eagle side, right? Even the leaves and the branches look pretty solid there. If I go over here to the front, what I'm looking for is that hand. That hand, I actually see a pretty distinct V on the hand. So that left hand is pretty solid there. These stars are slightly soft up there. I see more of that little bit of a toning right there across the skirt down the middle, which again, they say blast white, blazing white. I mean, the fields are, but I would see that in the skirt. So a little bit of undesirable toning for me, but overall looking like a good coin. I see a scratch on the sun right there, maybe a scratch there, I can't tell, but there's definitely at least one scratch across the sun. The rays are solid, right? So this would be, you know, right, I'm just trying to explain for like this idea that you would ever just go take this to a like a pawn shop or a bullion dealer and be like, hey, give me melt for this, it's kind of ludicrous, because you have like an actual market of what people are willing to pay for things that you can see in real time, and you can just make your judgments based off this, right? So I see all these 65s at 129, 135, 129, 135. So for me, my top end range would probably be 125, including shipping, right? So if I go back and look at this, if I were to put in a deal, it's at $8.75. It's basically at its maximum value for me. So I might put in a bid, like a max bid of like 118, 77. And then you're saying like most of your walkers, most of my walkers in quotation marks, I paid face value for. Thank goodness, save so much on spot premium. I have 500 walkers that are raw dogged, that were bought. All of them were bought, well, except for the key dates, for under melt. In some cases, 10% under melt. That stuff I wouldn't mind selling for 10-15% under melt. Does that make sense? I don't know how to explain it to you, EC. It sounds like you're just completely against the idea of graded coins or numismatics, which is perfectly fair. I think you should probably just say that rather than kind of like beat around the bush. Or at least for me, that's the way I operate. These, like, there's no reason why, like, you didn't buy these. You didn't buy these for face value. Like, unless you're like, I mean, unless you mean you went to the like bank and you got 50-cent pieces. Like, if you did that, I mean, I think you did really well. You should be happy. I would have sold a lot by now if I got these for actual face value though. So I don't know. I'm not sure, EC, where you're coming from, but it sounds like you're just not a fan of grading, which is perfectly fine. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't think that there's a value in getting something graded and authenticated and like caring about the quality. But there's like a different side of it that's more fun for me. Hope that explains kind of like my rationale around it. I don't know if it did or not. This is actually just right off the rip. That actually looks pretty solid. But again, it's in the annex. What does this seller have? 249. That's a little too low there. But that's actually a really nice looking coin. What date is this? 1946. Okay. I hope that I find some of these. I have 2 to 3 graded, not against. I just don't want to see fellow collectors. Oh, gotcha. Well, no, I'm with you. That you cannot sell. You can sell this stuff to a coin shop, but they need to be like a numismatic coin shop. You know what I mean? Like, they need to be somebody that will like, that has a ton of graded coins in the shelf, and they understand like when you're up there and you're like, hey, I value this one at this, I value this one at this, and like they kind of like come to the same conclusions because they look at the same pricing guides that you do. This is actually a really nice coin, by the way. This is a really nice coin. I'm trying to get the best picture I can of it. A little soft there, but definitely soft in the stars. Soft in the stars, but man, that sun is solid right there. I actually really like this one. Does PCGS cross over annex grades or attempt to? I don't know. Does anybody know? The 120 or best offer. I think I might make an offer on this one, guys, and just see what happens. 1 second. I don't know what this shows when I do this. Oh yeah, it shows a lot. Okay. Ah, dang. Okay. So my offer was too low. That's all right. For 440 joules. All right. I have shopped enough. Let me go ahead and do this. Let me open up the floor to anybody who's interested. Is anybody out there that actually wants to chat? I mean, if you don't, it's okay. We don't have to. But let me pull up this real quick. How do I do this? That button? Copy. Bam. And here. If anybody wants to join. Hey, what's up, Emerald? How you doing? Sent alert for 440 joules. Oh, that's cool. Is that? Oh wait, what is that? Oh, I thought you typed that out. Like I was like, who's Unk? Emerald Coast, thank you for the support there. Does it say big alert? I'm trying to read what that thing says. Does it say red alert, big alert? What is that? What does it say? Hold on, I can't read it. Unk alert. Oh, Unk alert. All right, what's up? What's up, dude? What's going on? How you doing? Let me pull this one out. There we go. He turned down my offer. We'll have to do it again. Anybody in the waiting room? I'm not the best streamer. Last call. If anybody wants to come in here and hang out and chat. Yeah, dude. EC 100%. 100%. If I could get them for 50 cents, 1,000 times over, I would get them for that. Oh, you are waiting? Okay, thanks. Let me get it. Let me get you. Ooh. I don't know what I'm doing, man. Hold on. I need to go to what? This screen here. I need to go here. I need to go bam. And then I need to come over here. I need to like let people in or something. How do I do this? Ah, there he is. There he is.
There he is.
There he is. What's going on, cat? I think that's all we got right now.
How you
There
doing?
we go. I got you on the big screen, bud. How's everything going?
Good.
You like watching me
You're
stumble all over myself?
You're nuts.
Why?
If you're going to do a PCGS registry, you should only be looking at PCGS coins.
No, I know. Well, I have the NGC one as well, so it's almost just a way for me to keep track of my inventory, really.
Okay. Stay away from Annex. They don't have good resale value.
Yeah.
That's just the way the market is.
And that's kind of like that with the collectibles too world, where like there's certain grading companies, you know, they're a dime a dozen, and then there's just some that just people don't trust enough. They don't have any real value. So that's like for me, that's probably ICG and Annex, and I just go NGC and I focus on NGC and PCGS really.
You know what ICG stands for, right?
Yeah, I can't grade. I saw it up there.
Yep. And sometimes guys will buy them and they'll say they're a 65 and they'll crack them open, send them out.
Yeah.
And then they're happy with the 63.
Yep.
They're a
1,000.
cheaper grading company. That's why. Same with Annex.
Yeah, it's just a budget way. You know what it is good for though? Is like, it's good for authentication.
Varieties.
Good for authentication though, just to be like, look, this is a real coin that I'm selling you, kind of thing.
Right, but you're trying to buy something in 65.
Yeah.
And I was telling you earlier about the pennies.
Yeah, what was that?
Look at those early proof pennies, like from the 50s for the proof sets and that. Dude, some of them are more than the other three coins put together.
That's crazy.
That 69, that 1956 in 69 red, that penny, there's only 220 of them.
Yeah.
That penny cost more than $50 did.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's why I said I don't know if you were putting a proof set together or you're just sticking with Benji's.
Yeah, so no, not for the Benji's. I have a what's it called? I have an album that I'm working on, and the only thing I need are like 8 of the proof coins. So I was just gonna try to complete it, but I'm not too worried about it, to be honest. I was my highest priority is to get my Walker's album completed and to get my full series up.
You'll be lucky if you make the top 25 in Walkers. Look at what's in the groups of 1 through 10.
There's a lot.
What it actually cost? You know what it actually cost for? Because me and the guy at my coin club were laughing. For the 1916 to the 1923, just to get them in AU, you'd be spending about $60,000-$70,000.
Yeah, the PCGS has like a summary of that somewhere on one of those pages that I look at. I'm like, that's crazy. Right. It gets big.
That's why I says you're shooting for the moon try to get a decent registry out of the walkers, unless you got a lot of money to dump into them.
Nah, it's just gonna be a long-term thing, something to keep me interested over the next, decades. I saw somebody hopped in and they left. I don't know what happened.
So, I had a 1942 proof set I put together, all 6 coins, both nickels, and they were all 66s. And I had sold that. I sold the 56 proof set, and I had a 63 that was all 68 cameos.
Yeah.
I just put them together over the years, and a couple of my 42s were cacked anyways. But I don't know why. Hey, I ain't doing nothing with them, and the guy was offering me great money for them. So I mean, unless you got a coin that's has been cleaned and you just want to authenticate it, and I'm talking about an older coin, way older, 1800s for sure, then Annex is okay.
Okay.
But if you're trying to get for a high grade for Walker, nah, you got to go with PCGS or NGC. Otherwise, you're gonna waste your money, is what it is.
Yeah.
And some of them you'll notice, you couldn't understand that one. That one had gold toning on it. I could tell from the picture. That shield on the PCGS, that just means it's a newer slab. That's all it means. That's the slab that got the tracer on it.
Oh, really? I hear myself twice.
It doesn't mean the coin's any better or any loose.
I thought it meant it was on the higher end
But if you're
of
gonna do
like the CAC sticker.
veggies in MS, look for a nice 49S. That's a tougher date for that, especially in a higher grade.
Okay.
You can look. Do you have the PCGS app on your phone?
No, not on my phone.
Well, you should download that. It's free. And it'll tell you auction prices, eBay prices when you're looking for a coin.
Yeah.
It'll tell you all that. You can go right to that. And it's updated every day. It'll actually give you the metal prices too. It changes the metal prices every 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, that's not a bad tool. Then I might download it before I go to the show, because I'm really, this was the main point of this for me, was just I wanted to kind of get an idea of what prices we're at for like what they're selling for, so that I can go in person and find coins that I really like, and I'll know like the range that I'm willing to spend. At that point, that was the goal.
Anything in a 40, MS65 is average.
Yeah, agreed.
That's what they call the short set.
Yep.
You can put a 65 set together in the 40s for not a lot of money.
Yeah, it's not bad. They're all like $100.
Yeah, compared to what the other ones are gonna run you. Yeah, oh yeah, what a deal.
Yep, that's what I was. I can't even go 65 on some of the key dates. They're just.
Oh, hell no.
It's crazy numbers. Yeah.
You might be giving up a car or something.
Like giving up a family. Wife divorced me.
Well, sometimes that's an even trade.
What's going on, Thousandaire? How you doing tonight?
Hey, good. What's happening?
Hey, my buddy. How
Hanging,
you doing,
shopping,
Dragoons, Mr. Catcom.
Going on, sir?
Evening.
What's new in your world, guys?
I'm watching I'm just out where you see deer and raccoons and stuff. Like it's really nothing to do, man. It's hard to get my steps in every day.
Yeah.
Nothing going on. But this is good. I'm just relaxing. Almost done with it.
Very nice. Yeah. We're just I'm shopping for some coins and getting ready for a coin show. Having a good time.
Oh yeah, where to?
It's gonna be in Annandale, Virginia, actually. So
I wonder where that is. I'll be in Carolina tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know they had a coin show. I ain't seen anybody advertise a coin show in Virginia.
Yeah, it says Annandale Coin Show. It's at some school or a community college or something. That sounds like a good thing to check out.
I think Pittsburgh's got one coming up.
So what you planning on getting?
Well, I've got coins for my album, so I'm definitely gonna be trying to finishing up my Walker album. That's probably the first priority. I'll be looking for some more graded MS65s, like he was talking about in the 40 series, just to keep that churning. And then I actually just recently bought a Peace Dollar, and I'm going to be buying the Morgan Dollar Littleton Books albums and probably start filling those as well. But yeah, just hopefully taking advantage of these lower prices and find some cool stuff.
Peace Dollars is a better deal for you right now.
Why is that?
I'm curious. Is there an index for any type of coin collectibles? Like, is there like a graded silver dollar MS65 index that you could tell if it's up like a lot?
You go to, I told him
Yeah.
about, you can download an app on your phone from PCGS. It's free. It'll show you every coin. It'll show you the grade, the price, auction prices, and what's selling for eBay at that time.
Oh, I see. You're saying that for each particular coin, you can find past sales and index it yourself. I was just curious if there was any indexes available, like because I know collectibles are up really high, and I know how easy it is to get excited. I just didn't know if maybe I should help with the intervention. He was talking about losing wives and stuff.
Oh no, we were talking about if I bought like $100,000 coin,
Okay.
they'd probably all bail on me. They just walk out.
Well, you know,
they take the coin with you.
Yeah, half of it at least.
well, you know, like one could argue $100,000 watch is better than a $5,000 one because the resale is much higher.
That's fair. That is fair.
You be the first
I'm not helping.
Going, oh, I know what time it is.
I'm not helping it.
Oh, you're not hurting.
Yeah, I can always go to my phone and see what the auctions were, what they actually sold for. That's why I got a little discretion when the guy in Texas when I was selling. I'm like, I'm going to an auction price. I says, but I'm not a fool. When you buy a coin in an auction, the buyer pays 20%.
Yeah.
So add that 20% onto the cost of that coin, and then we'll talk.
Walking Liberty Habs, man. That's a beautiful world to be in.
Yeah,
I like them.
As you get, I mean, there's probably, I said it's the first 5 years are the toughest of all. They actually have a different grading scale for the first 5 years of walkers, PCGS and NGC. They give you a little bit more leadway on them 5 years.
Yeah, the strikes were rough, especially the San Francisco Mint.
Yeah.
Are we done with Franklin's and Kennedy's?
I never got into the Kennedys. It just wasn't my interest, but Franklin's, I need to like 8 more.
Yeah, they don't have a high resale value.
I just like the design of the Walker better. I'm sorry. Like Franklin's face is nice, I guess, and Kennedy's face is nice, but like, you know what I mean? Like it's not as exciting to me.
You can put a Benji set together, average circulation, really cheap. You can put an average, or a high grade Jefferson nickel set together, really cheap. The hardest one to put together is a Buffalo nickel one. That's the hardest set that anybody can put together, unless you get down into the 1803 shit, the half cents or that. But other than that, the Buffalo's the hardest. It's just hard finding them in grade, and they got a couple keys in there that are expensive.
Yeah, the keys are fun. Like, and it's one of those things. It's kind of like in any collectible world. Sometimes, like, as much as it hurts to like bite that bullet and buy the higher cost, rarer item, those things just tend to always go up, every 5 years. And so it's like, if you wait too long, you're going to end up paying way more than you would have when you were first looking at it and thinking about it.
That's why I told you buy the keys first.
It's just tough.
That's a terrible feeling. I remember that buying Bitcoin. You're like, no, I'll wait. And then it's like up another 15% in the morning. You're like, no.
It's like everything. I mean, right now, especially in the, the collectible world. It's just I don't know. I think a lot of people are kind of like me, and it's just they're tired of everything being digital, and they're really looking for physical assets and things to hold on to. And
Well,
I
that's what's
bought-
called. That's called. That was in the Alchemy of Finance. That's called. He was talking about refluxiveness between credit and collateral. So eventually, there's just no collateral because digital is worthless without some kind of tangible collateral on the other end somewhere.
Yeah. Originally, I bought that 1916 P&D Walkers for $100 a piece. They're like $600 a piece right now in the grade that they sit in.
yeah, that's nuts.
I bought them raw, and the guy said they were unk, and I didn't believe him, so I said I'll give you 100 each. When I sent them off, they came back 80.55, which is all right. I mean, you know, I more than doubled my money, but I knew they weren't unk. I was hoping
Yeah.
for maybe a 58, but I was happy with the 55. And now they're like over $600 a pop. If
Yep,
you can find
it's-
them.
It's one of those things. And what's funny is I was talking about this on one of the last live streams. It's just the prices of these collectible items, these graded, you know, numismatic coins and stuff. It's pretty separated from the fluctuations of the spot price. It's just less sales of them. You know, there's less movement in the markets. People have like price history memory of like, you know, oh, this was worth $135 6 months ago, and now it's, you know, 125. It's just, it's a very small movement of change, even though the spot price dropped 50%. The spot price of the metal is very little to do with the true value of the item. So
The key,
it doesn't move it.
The key dates, yeah. I mean, you see Silver Eagles now slab in what, $110 maybe they'll give you for them, even if they're in 70s. I got 2 boxes full of Silver Eagles, all 70s, and I'm just hanging on to them because you ain't paying me $110 for them.
Yeah, I think that, you know, if you're gonna buy graded Eagles, you should, in my opinion, you should only buy 70s. And you know, yeah, like you said, it's just one of those things that you're battling time at this point. You probably need 2 or 3 decades of that.
I'm battling time anyways.
Well, you know, the point. My point is that there's 5 to 10 million of them all minted, you know, for the most part. So it's
Right.
like there's an abundance of 70s, you know.
But I got the rare ones.
Yeah,
got
like
the
you probably have them
95
all.
I got the 2008 over 7. You know,
Yeah.
I got the 19 when they came out with that. So I still have the keys. You know, and then I got everything in between. So
Yeah.
now I'm very disappointed. I bought that enhanced silver dollar for this year, and a lot of people are pissed because it doesn't look like the 2013.
Oh,
It looks like a reverse proof type, and that ain't what I wanted. I wanted it to look like the 20. And a lot of guys are talking about sending them back because that ain't what they were supposed. That ain't the. When you sit there and put out an enhanced silver dollar, and then you do it again, we expect it to look the same, and it doesn't.
yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see how much money they lose on that. I seen they had over 20,000 of that silver proof set people sent back to the mint
Wow.
because they fucked up the penny real bad on there.
Huh.
And the half dollar actually. But the half dollar is great in proof is grading. They got 70s and 69s, but the penny they were having issues. I got the mint set I bought, and I'm watching the prices of the pennies in the mint set because they only
Yeah,
made 300. They only made 300,000.
that's
That's
crazy.
less than the 1909 SVDB.
Yeah, that's 300,000 is nothing in this day and age.
And I've already seen them on eBay in a what was it, 68. The pair of them for $2,100 sold.
Nuts.
So
There's value out there. You just got to know where to look. Sounds like you have a good idea.
yeah, I always look at the mintage. It's like you when
Yep.
you look on eBay, don't buy from anybody that's got less than 10 or 15 sales.
Oh, I don't buy unless they have like
Yeah.
1,000.
Stay away from that. I mean, I don't have 1,000 sales, but I got like almost 800 and I got 100% feedback. So
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was considering taking some stuff to the coin show to trade, because I've got like 2 of the same Benjamin, the Franklin proof in 67. And I was like, I don't need 2 of them, but I don't know. I don't like letting go of things.
67 is about the standard grade for a proof Benji.
Yep. Well, like at least not the low 50s.
Well, no, when you get into 50, 51,
Yeah.
you have issues with that.
You're back down to like 64, 65 there.
On a good day, I've seen some of them, they're real pricey.
Yep.
And if you can even find them, that's why I says, you want to buy 56, buy the Type 2, it's rare.
Okay.
That's when they changed the back of the coin on the little eagle they put on there. The Type 1, Type 2, the difference is the feathers
Okay.
on that little eagle. They made that coin and the law said you had to put an eagle on it. So they hurt and threw that freaking thing on there.
Nice.
That's what happened. They're like, oh crap, we gotta put an eagle on there somewhere.
Nice. Yep, that happens. 1,000, you
So-
pick up any rhodium or palladium or anything?
Nah, I bought a comic book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nothing major. I try to keep everything in the 150 to 350 range around
Okay.
there, just because I figured that would give me some liquidity.
Yeah.
And I'm not ready to buy a Grail yet. I mean, I've just been on vacation for almost a month. I'm doing good, but I don't have it like that. I bleed.
Is there a refrigerator in your future?
Oh yeah, man! I told you I'm on vacation, man. Well, I'll go back to my normal life without refrigerators.
Who needs them?
I'm never-
Overrated.
I'm never really home anyway. I mean, really, I remember my refrigerator was just bleached perfect with mustard in it one day. Like, if I rent a room out, I'll have a bunch of stuff in there. And to be honest, I don't like it when people are in my kitchen anyway.
How are you gonna be able to tell when your milk spoils if you don't have it in the fridge?
What I do is I buy, what is it, like a half gallon of milk, and I drink like half of that, and then I throw the other half in my chest freezer.
Ah.
Oh yeah, thanks Mustard and Biscuits for the email. My sound was pretty terrible the other night. I think it's because I had a speaker on my laptop and my microphone on. I forgot.
Oh, what
Yes,
happened? Yeah, you guys do a live stream?
I did a live stream and I had Self-Warhordian on, and I'm using a Yeti Blue
Okay.
with my
yeah.
laptop, but I didn't have earphones on, so I think that's probably what it was.
Yeah, you gotta. I have a Yeti Blue too, and there's some settings you can do where you can choose the direction of the sound that it absorbs, and then like you just make sure you.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
I was holding it. Maybe I was holding it backwards. I thought I had it like that, and I got a pop filter on it, and I turned the gain all the way down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It all helps. Hey, Penny Scout, what's going on, guys? Serpents, Jamie. Well, yeah, I was looking at this, and I keep talking about it, but I still feel like
I can't even get.
with the metals that we're gonna be probably hovering around this 55 range for a while, which that's
Yeah.
why I'm buying again. So
Yeah, I was rethinking my survey answer. I put silver bullion,
Oh, did
although
you?
I have had my eyes on pre-33 gold. I think that would be kind of like that might be the next way I build up my gold, because it has Lady Liberty on it, not presidents and things.
I will pick up some if they've got pesos or they've got like $2.50 Incuse Indian heads or something. I might pick up one while I'm out on Saturday.
But I'm thinking while you're there, maybe you should just go for things you don't normally see in your coin shops, like probably like a Grail slabbed.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be looking. You know, we'll be looking. If there's like a really good price on something that is like that, I would rather just get that one item than a whole bunch of like, lesser things that I can pick up online in 2 seconds. I agree, but it's gonna just be a lot of shopping, and price checking and working on deals and seeing what people are willing to do, and then just go back and spend some cash, turn some cash into some money.
Well, just I guess you're still in your campaign of turning cash into materials. So
Yep.
Are you still heavy in the cards and stuff like that?
Yeah, I've been nobody probably cares, but I
keep it up.
I put like 10K in it in the last 2 months, so yeah, I went back into it pretty good.
I was just curious how, if you're spread thin, like firing with a wide beam, you know what I mean? Like I remember Catcom saying if you're gonna get slab coins, maybe go for the one or two that they're the most expensive.
Yeah,
and then work your way back.
Well, the thing that you said, right, about the reason you stay in the 150 to 350 range is because there's just tons of buyers, so it's easy to move, right? That's even more so, in the trading cards, right? Because if you go for those really, really expensive pieces, there's maybe a handful of people that would be interested in the item, let alone have the money to pay at that price. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
unless you're going to sell it to some vendor for 50% or 60% of its value, which most people wouldn't do. So I've been doing more of actual sealed product, so stuff that it's kind of works more like a stock market, to be honest. You just buy a whole bunch of random, not random, but different diversification of sealed products that people might want in the future from the larger games, and just sit on them and the data is there. They're growing faster than pretty much any other market right now. So
the book I bought today, I didn't really have an exit strategy. I'm writing that off as something for me. But I've been kind of targeting early '90s books, early '90s comic books with highest grade and barcodes instead of direct editions, because there's less of them printed. Plus, the attrition rate is much higher because those are the ones that were in gas stations and stuff. People were reading them, so to have a pristine one is like a lot less common than to have a direct one.
That's interesting.
And it's ironic because it's like at that time, comic books were the most popular they had ever been, but they had also printed more than they had ever printed.
Yeah.
And once that demand curbs, then there's a lot of slack. So it's good to get the ones that are the most rare. And I speculate on movies and stuff. It's kind of fun.
I have a feeling Catcom has like a vintage Playboy collection.
Nope, never did.
Nope.
Never did.
Do you collect anything outside of coins?
I started collecting XYs, but that was too expensive.
I think there was a Playboy with Trump on the cover.
No way.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh Lord.
Let me see. I'll look it up on Google or eBay.
As long as it wasn't a centerfold.
No. Trump has a lot of cameos. I'm almost, but they're graded by CGC. I did see something recently that was, there was one in 1995.
Wow.
Yeah. Graded 9.61, which is just 9.8's the highest. Usually, it's very rare that there's a 9.9 or 10. 9.8 is pretty much investment grade. 1,200 or best offer.
Yeah, Penny Scout says the junk wax era for sports cards was bad. So what he's referring to is, in like the 80s, you had all these extremely popular players. The value of their cards went sky high and all this stuff. And then so in the 90s, all these companies printed all these different products and just saturated millions of cards. And so those boxes, even today, some of those boxes sealed are still like $20-$30. Just nobody cares because there's just so much of that crap everywhere.
Well, you had how many companies printing so many of them at one time?
Everybody was doing it. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the PSA controversy where I guess they're doing maybe it's because they're with GameStop, but they basically will grade the cards, but if they damage them, they'll buy it from you at the value they give it, and then they'll sell them at a higher grade. Like the people were looking up the serial numbers and seeing that was happening. Like
There's
basically,
all
there's
sorts
just
of stuff happening with PSA.
big conflict of interest because they're like the exchange, the retailer, the wholesaler, and the buyer.
Well, it goes deeper. It goes deeper than that, right? Because they have the vaulting too. But here's what they also do. Like, so you pay to have your card graded. It's very inconsistent. You know, some cards that are graded at 10, which is the highest grade possible, look like crap. They're completely off-centered and they have like a scratch. You know, it's like that's clearly not the best. It should be more like an 8 or something. And then oftentimes you also get grades of like 7 or 8 that should be 10s and versus, you know, like, so what people do is they pay this company to grade their cards. It takes like 6 months. They get them back. If they don't like the grade, they literally crack them out and then send them back and pay it again. And guess what? These higher end cards, if you get a really high grade and your card is valued at like certain breakpoints, they will then charge you an even larger fee just to get your cards back. And people still do this. Like, it's like, what are you doing?
It's a percentage of the retail value of the card. Yeah.
So they're like incentivized to grade your stuff higher than it should be because then they make more income. It's so stupid.
Yeah, well, what I was thinking about is if the corruption gets to the point where it's belly up, somewhat, or I'm like, what collectibles markets will that money be going into?
Well, it won't go belly up because
not belly up. When I say belly up, I mean like substantial percentage down.
Yeah, but they own 2 other of the top 5 grading companies, like Beckett and another one. And so it just doesn't even matter.
That's worse. That's even worse.
I know it is. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't matter.
Well, they were shutting down. Yeah, they did shut down taking certifying cards in that because they said they just had too many.
They have like 30 million backlog.
I don't also mean that's worse morally, but I also mean that's worse with the cascading effect that could take place if something were to break.
I don't. So they've gone through so much, Thousandaire. They've graded fake cards. They've had people intentionally clean cards and repair cards, which they say they don't grade. And they every scandal you could think of has gone through there.
Well, yeah, but I think the problem is logistically they can't handle the flow. There's just too many to grade. Like, I think they just can't handle it. I think they're spammed. And
there are other companies trying to compete, but like it's the same thing with Annex slabs and ICG slabs.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying
the market doesn't respect them.
Even with a 6-month backlog, I'm saying that they're forced to try to get these cards graded and out. And imagine, if you're a grader and you're working overtime, it's probably not going to be the same. That's all I'm saying. Is I think there's a higher probability of mistakes with something mental. With such volume.
You know how long it takes a PCGS grader to grade a coin?
A coin? No, I don't know.
1 minute.
That's not very much attention to detail there.
And they'll tell you that they don't use a magnifying glass unless they see something that's not normal. Now, supposedly there's
they probably have better machines.
What's that?
They probably have better machines. Like they probably have like XRF and then use some kind of micro.
Yeah, if they have to. But other than that, they look at the coin. They get 1 minute is what the average is. So you figure out how many minutes are in a 8 hour, whatever they work. I'm guessing. That's a lot of coins, and yet it still takes them, 3 months to send it back to you, depending on what. And certain graders are, like when you send, and I made a mistake. If you're gonna send a foreign coin, send it to NGC rather than PCGS. PCGS takes longer, and NGC will tell you they're gonna take up to 90 days on foreign coins. And when I sent them, that's about what they took too.
PCGS is the best for coins, right?
They're the ones that get the most money out of them.
That's what I mean by the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine, it's probably the same thing like we're talking about Capcom. There's probably people that buy tubes of American Silver Eagles, right? Maybe they get a monster box and they send all 500 coins in to get graded at once, right? and
Oh, yeah.
let's say 400 of them come back as PS, or whatever, 70s, and the rest come up as 69, 68, somewhere in that range, right? Well, they'll just go and sell all the 70s for a high premium, which more than covers all their grading costs, and then they just crack out the ones that they don't sell, the 69, 68s, and just sell them as raw. Like, they don't care.
If you look at it, they have. If you ever filled out a PCGS form, they have bulk submissions.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get that coin vault that's on TV. They got the same thing. Well, they used to deal strictly with NGC because they're in Tennessee.
Oh.
And NGC's in Florida. Then they started going to PCGS. Now they'll sell them the same price on TV, but when you sell them on TV, you're paying for that guy's suit and his Maserati or whatever. But you can get a bulk submission, and it averages out when they send in 2 or 3 monster boxes. They're not paying but $5 a coin.
I imagine AI is going to be doing a lot of grading in the future.
You know who's trying to do that right now? Is that what's his name? The guy from Southern Ohio, Portsmouth Coin. He's got an app right now that you can put on your phone.
Oh yeah, it's like Coin VU or Coin Value or something like that. That guy.
Yeah,
I know you're talking about.
And he's working on it. Now he's gonna charge you. You hold the coin. You hold your phone over the coin. And
print a sticker, and then you get your own slab for it.
Oh no, you don't get no slab. It's good. It's just a precursor to whether you want to send it to the grading company or not.
Well, I know a guy that I watch from the comic book world. He made an app. He disappeared for a while. Made an app. Very bright guy, and basically it comes with I don't know the exact how it works, but I think you pay like $2, scan it with the app, and then you can print a sticker, and then you put it in your own slab, and then when you send it to somebody, they can verify it and use the app on it to grade it again at the other end. And it's still much cheaper for everybody.
Well, this is not going to be the same.
Oh, I'm sorry. You don't put it in a slab. You get it graded with the app, and then it prints you a sticker, and you just put that on the sleeve that you put it in.
Okay.
So when you send it to somebody, they know that you've at least gone through that much. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm not sure what kind of premium that's going to take. This is ground zero for that. But it just sounds like people can read their comics, send their comics to each other, and have an arbitrator that's still pretty good, that doesn't take a long time and is not really expensive. Now, would I want to buy one at Christie's with that sticker on it? No. Yeah,
that's why this guy, he says, now they haven't got all the coins in there yet, but he says this will kind of help you, sending a coin. Do I want to send it? And if I send it and this thing says it's MS63, how much is it worth? And is it worth even sending off to be graded?
Yeah, it gives you at least a benchmark. I mean, that's the way I went through all my coins by myself, and it's like you get to that point where you're like, well, there's really only 1 or 2 of these that I even care to grade, and it's not worth shipping one coin, because you really want to ship like 10 or 20 at a time minimum, so that you can spread those costs. Yeah,
ship at least 5, because when you join, you get 5 submissions. So you want to at least send 5.
Yeah.
And see how well that works out for you. But
makes sense.
His idea was, he says, the flaws in his right now, and they're trying to work them out, is you like to be able to tell if a coin's been cleaned or not. And he hasn't got that far. Number 2, he was scanning a 55 double die that he got in. Now, it didn't notice the 55 double die, but it gave him a grade of MS63.
Well, there's a lot of bugs to work out with that kind of thing, but
right,
imagine
it's a learning process
for the AI too. But when when that gets running and everyone trusts it and other AIs verify it, then we're off to the races with some things.
Well, he said, he goes, now it could be a grade off, 1 high, 1 low, but he says that still gives you an idea what the coin would be worth.
Mhm.
And is
Plus-
it worth, if it's only going to be worth $60, it's going to cost you $35 to get it certified. Why get it certified?
Plus the toning too. Like,
Yeah, that's another thing he's working
Nat-
on.
and you can't really get natural luster from a still frame, I don't imagine. So
Well,
I think it's going to be much trickier than comic books.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I mean, he goes, it's kind of like baby steps. We got it down. It'll grade a basic penny or whatever. He goes, it ain't gonna be able to tell you all the varieties. Because I mean, what is it? The 78 Morgan's got like 15 freaking varieties. He says, but it'll give you the basic idea. You can look at it and see if it has a variety. I mean, the 91 Carson City, they have a variety. It's called the Spitting Eagle. And there's a metal chunk sitting ahead of its beak. That's how they got the Spitting Eagle. Now that's an expensive coin. I don't care what you got it in. And I think it's the 90 that's got the
What is it? What's the year?
91 Carson City.
Oh, okay. Morgan dollar.
Yeah.
Okay, because you said
and the 90 has another one with the bar through the feet, and that's another big money item.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I was talking to that. What the hell did She Stacks or something like that. She was looking at the 1900 O, and I says, "Do you have the O over CC?" And she didn't know. And I said, "Look and see. There'll be a little bit before and a little bit after that O." Back in the day, I guess they wanted to save. They reused reverse dies a lot, so I guess they grind it down. They didn't grind it all down. So a 1900 O over CC is a very pricey coin.
Interesting.
I had one and I got $1,400 for mine. So it was like, yeah, I says, you gotta look at a lot of them. It was like, I think I was telling you about that 1887 Morgan. There's an 87 over 6. Look at the tail end of the 6 on the right side and see if there's a loop.
So you got the silver chart up, huh?
Yeah, just something to have in the background.
Yes, I revisited the silver and gold charts, and they're like downward wedges, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, entirely.
Even the market went down today, I heard.
Yeah. So downward wedges means like what, a bounce probably, or
I mean, depends on which side it breaks out of.
yeah. I guess you're right. Yeah, but I know
Gold
like
didn't move. Yeah, gold didn't go down too much. It's still over 4.
Gold's been doing okay.
downward wedges are usually pretty good though. It's like there's a lot of pent up energy in a downward wedge, depending on the time frame, sharpness, of course, and long term fundamentals of the asset as well. If there's none, then yeah, there's no downward wedge. It's just bleed out. I don't think that's necessarily silver though. I'm not backing up the trucks on bullion, but I'm starting to get interested in eyeballing it.
I'm buying now. I'm just slowly trickling back into it, and like I just keep building up positions, and I'm also trading the hell out of it. So when it goes up 4 or 5% in a day, I just take out a bunch of puts, which are options on the downside.
Yeah.
And I just, like today, it went down 4% at one point. It's like back to like 3%, and I'm basically, as soon as it gets to back to $55 an ounce silver, I'll sell all those puts and then rinse, repeat.
I think I'm going to be going for the cheapest at the coin shop when I get back in action. So
Just generic stuff or 90%.
yeah, well, I'm always going to be looking at the products available, but I mean, like, if the premiums on generic are high, then you might as well just buy something nice,
Okay.
So what that means is I would just buy a souvenir and not really be serious, just buy something else that looks good on the camera next to the other shiny things when I'm YouTubing.
I mean, most shops have those, those spot bins or whatever they are, and they always have, mine does. They always have vintage stuff and like unique stuff. Like they don't care. Like,
Yeah.
There's like, whatever,
Yeah.
we can't sell this stuff, just throw it in the bin and get rid of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm definitely interested in getting the weight back up, but I'm going to be taking it slow. I bought an Intaglio mint 1 ounce while I was here for like $65, not for like $65
That's
but
cool.
for $65. Yeah, it's nice. I wasn't going to buy anything though, but I saw that and I was like, 65 isn't that much higher than
I just
the
bought a
prices.
10-ounce Tudor Beast Dragon.
Oh, nice.
That was for $600, which is fine. It's a premium piece, so.
Tudor Beast are the same things as the Queen's Beast.
It's just the newer series, yeah, with the King Charles on the back instead of the Queen.
Yeah, because he's not. Yeah, okay. So they're called Tudor's Beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked up the platinum ones. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was nuts, man. I did not know they made platinum. I kind of want the set in platinum, to be honest with you.
It's not going to tone.
Yeah, and I wanted it in gold too. So, but the 10 ounce, I have a really crazy plan for my 10 ounce set, and once I get that, once I have that completed, I mean that's obviously a lot of silver, but I think then I'll look at the gold, but the gold Queen's Beast.
Well, that's the thing. Like I told you, I was looking at pre-33 gold and the prices of it. And I'm thinking, I could probably get some of that at coin shops. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to go about. Like I want a kind of a set it and forget it mentality, cruise control. But as I'm looking at the price of gold, I'm thinking I still may as well buy platinum.
Platinum is, I would say, like if I were speculating on what would be growing in the nearest term future, I would go with platinum over gold. I think gold is showing its stability though over the last 6 months comparative to silver, like big time. Gold like took its big hit right off that big whatever 6,300 whatever it got to. I'm trying to pull it up right now.
Well, I mean, I called gold several months ago when we were at the top of the hockey stick.
Yeah.
And I was like, and everybody kept talking about the gold silver ratio. I'm like, you can get in a plane that's going down and you can see how it is relative to the other plane that's going down. So why does it matter? Yeah. But gold does hurl towards the ground slower than silver in a down market because like gold's safer.
Yeah, it's much
and
slower.
that's the story of it.
That's why I was buying gold. I wanted the stability because silver was just nobody knows shit. There's such a shortage, but then why is it dropping? And and I'm like, you know what? I was flipping them. I was turning all mine into gold.
Yeah, I shifted about 2 ounces worth of gold. Well, whatever that equivalent was in silver, but yeah, I shifted silver into about 2 ounces of gold over,
Well, right now the
December,
ratio,
January and February.
Right now the ratio is 70. So I mean, like around 70, I think. So I mean, like
gold is 70 now.
Is it? Because like from what I understand, it's kind of like it's teetering. It doesn't really matter which one you buy if you're going by the gold and silver ratio.
But yeah, platinum. I mean, platinum looks like it looks like it's oversold in my opinion.
That was gonna say, once you start looking at the gold and silver ratio, you're like, may as well look at the gold to platinum, gold to palladium, and platinum is definitely exciting.
Yeah, I mean, especially if gold holds at 4K, I think it's kind of natural to expect platinum to come back up, but we'll see.
Oh, I don't care if it comes back up. Like, I'm just thinking if I'm going to buy, what I think to myself is, look, if I'm going to buy a 1/4 ounce of gold, it's like, well, how much platinum could I get? And that's where the light bulb kind of goes off for me.
Okay. Yeah,
I don't know.
Platinum just definitely, there's the big difference for me between gold and platinum is like, gold is a global, like, recognition of wealth and money, right? Like, I don't need to convince somebody that it has utility or that it has industrial use or that it's valuable. Platinum, I think there's still a lot of people that you'd have to be like, what the hell do I want to do with platinum?
I like platinum. I think platinum's like an underworld. Like it's stealthy. Like if you have it out on the table, it doesn't turn heads, and it's still very valuable. And it's got a great history. Robinhood actually just came out. they're coming out with I don't know if it's out yet, but it's coming out soon. It's a platinum credit card, and it actually is made with some real platinum in it.
Oh, they have a gold one too, 24 karat, and they have a pure gold one.
Yeah, I wonder which one is. I wonder which one's a better tier for that.
They have a rose gold. I know this because I have one of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have?
I have the gold one.
Is there a tier for like which one's better?
Yeah. Right now it goes stainless steel in like a gold tint, and then the next one is the rose gold, but it's like I don't even know. It's like 18 karat rose gold or something. It's not many grams. Then there's a 24 karat at like 24 grams, and then there's I think it's like a 36 gram 24 karat gold. Like that, literally they made the card out of that. Like, could you imagine having 36 gram credit card of gold in your hand? Like,
yeah.
Better than the gold back.
Yeah, I mean, it literally is pure gold, but it's in a credit card. Like, don't ever lose that credit card, you know?
Yeah, they're like, but and then what is like the top tier platinum and black or something?
I haven't seen that one. I can check what my offerings are, but I didn't see it myself. So I don't know.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious if it's still in the psyche, because I think a lot of people would be surprised to know that platinum is not just less than gold, but as like the ratio is ridiculous. What is it? You can get 2 ounces of platinum roughly for 1 ounce of gold.
Yeah, they have
platinum's like the brother from another mother, silver's son or brother.
Yeah. Where's my here, let's see if I can turn my camera on here. Let's see if I can get it on here. Yeah, but so that's what Robinhood offers. It's 36 grams of gold, and then there's a 27 gram of gold credit card that you can get.
Wow.
I mean, it's cool, but it's kind of also like really kind of ridiculous because you don't even like hand anybody your credit card anymore. Like back in the day, you get like the heavy black, American Express card or whatever it was, and it's like you actually handed that to people.
Well, look on the bright side. If it bounces, like if they say your card's no good, you can say, well, how about I just leave the card here and you give me this because it's this much gold in it.
And here's the 17 gram rose gold one that they have.
So basically, it legitimately is a credit card.
The metal card.
I see Zach commented, every dealer, he said, every dealer I sold platinum to stumbled around why they don't like it and can't give it. So they can't, the dealer can't say why they don't like it, but yet it moves and it's never available. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the conundrum. There's things aren't matching up, and I think that's what he's kind of getting at too.
I don't think the refineries will take it. That's my
refineries will take it.
Will they?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never heard anybody say, "Hey, I gotta take these platinum coins to the refinery."
What? Like I don't think they do. I think they're like the Engelhard bars. The dealer keeps them for himself.
I mean, we know that gold goes to the refinery, though. I would imagine that if gold goes to the refinery, they'll take silver. Platinum as well, right? I mean,
I know that guy in Florida, the coin guy they call him. He said he's been keeping it for quite a few years now.
Zach said, "Yeah, they're full of SHIT." Yeah. LOL. So yeah, I just think they when someone sells platinum, I guess maybe they think they're selling out of weakness, so they get exploited a bit sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it very well could be. I mean, or maybe they just assume the person's like ignorant of what they have. Like,
but the thing is, when platinum goes up, it doesn't really matter if you get exploited a bit at the sale because the percentage of growth is usually rapid.
Yeah. I don't know.
He was asking what was the last year that it was higher than gold. I mean, I know it's been a while.
Yeah, it's definitely been a bit, but there was a point where it was like you were saying earlier. It was way more sought after too. Like in terms of like prestige and like flash.
Yeah, it was 2.5 times more than gold at its peak. Yeah, so you would need 2.5 ounces of gold to get 1 ounce of platinum, and now now you can get 2 ounces of platinum for the price of 1 ounce of gold.
It's a swap.
And, dude, I think like 5 years ago, gold was like 1,100 to 1,700, somewhere in there, while palladium was 3,500.
Yeah.
So
I got an ounce of that.
it's just interesting. And I don't know, I just feel like if I'm gonna sit around, if I'm gonna just have my money sit, I think, and you got platinum sitting or gold sitting, I think they'll rest kind of the same, and you might get some slight increases from the gold. But I think if you wait it out, if you got some time horizon, I think the platinum will just go moon, and you can just sell it at that point. Or if you hold it, you'll be right back to where you started again.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
possible.
Like it's like silver. Like if you hold silver during a spike,
Yeah.
it's gonna be gone for a little while.
Yeah, I'm just, again, my focus is more just, I like the charts. I find the charts interesting. I find the movements interesting. Trading it interesting, but it doesn't, my long-term goal here is to just take income and convert it into tangible assets.
I'm
much
with you.
as, I talk about the minutia a lot, and I love the minutia, but like I think people might get the wrong impression of like what my goal is. My goal is to have a figurative and literal S-ton of this stuff, that I can tap into when I'm in retirement.
Yeah, you just kind of pick, but you should. I think there's still it's still worthy of discretion when you when you pull the throttle up or down.
Yeah, it's mostly decisions I make for when to buy, right? Like it's like, okay, gold's overpriced, I'll stop buying for a little bit, I'll buy some silver or whatever else. Like it doesn't even have to be precious metals, and it's like, okay, well now this is underpriced, I see opportunities there, I'll buy that, and then next month I'll cycle into this, and it's just constantly. I just not like, maybe it's also partly like I lose interest in things pretty quickly,
chase squirrels.
Yeah, so it's like sometimes I got to just be like, okay, well, I've learned and done as much as I can with this. Let's move on to something else for a little bit, and to come back when we get the juices flowing about it again. But gentlemen,
yeah, I'm with you on the real things. Whether it's bottles of liquor or whatever. We were talking about tangible goods the other night.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, records. I've been buying records, CDs, cassette tapes, Blu-rays. Just all. I just think about like all the. I was just listening to the radio, today, like in my house. I don't ever do that. I was just like, it's like I don't know. I guess I have this like passion or like this desire to go back into sort of like the simpler life without everything being.
Yeah. Like,
forced and speedy and instant. Like even I was thinking about like the software company, right? I don't know, again, I don't know how much people know too much about me, but it's all about like productivity, be faster, create new things faster, and innovate faster. But there's no goalposts, and like if you think about that, like that's kind of been the American way of life. There's no goal, there's no determination that you're going fast enough, or that you're doing enough, or that you're achieving enough. So we've got this like culture of like always never being satisfied with anything that you've done or anything that you have, constantly striving for more, constantly chasing for more, doing more, until we gas ourselves out. And it's just like, man, I just want to slow down, dude.
I'm with you. I mean, that's a great culture, but that I don't think I would say that's a lot of Americans.
Okay, maybe not a lot anymore, but like let's go back 100 years, and I would say it was.
Yeah. But I'm with you. Like I said, I'm like uncomfortable on vacation. You know what I mean?
Dude, I'm going on vacation, and I'm bringing everything I need to do everything that I do. Like, and I've already told my wife, I'm like, I'll probably the first 4 hours every morning, I'll probably be working, but then we'll go grab some breakfast and take the dog for a walk, go to the beach, and all that stuff. But I'm still gonna be working.
Yeah,
just the way it is.
People will say unproductive things or like things with no meaning. I just get irritated, or if they have lack of understanding. Like it takes me a while to really like tone down.
Yep.
But it'd be nice to not be spied on so much. I mean, I was talking about Louis C.K. to somebody. Next thing you know, YouTube's just suggesting it to me, like the next day. Yeah. It's just. I know it's all mostly for commercial advertisements and stuff, but you're right. Like maybe maybe like listening to the radio, writing letters and DVDs and stuff like that. At least you're not being. You just don't have somebody constantly surveilling you, even if you feel like a freaking zoo animal or something.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right, gentlemen, I gotta wrap it up and head out for the evening. But thank you both for hopping on the channel, man, and talking. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah.
And
You thought it was going to be tough to do this.
What's that?
You thought it was going to be tough to do this.
Nah, I'm a pro, baby. No, it's all
you
good.
were whining before.
You know.
Enjoy the show, man.
It's all good. Yeah. No, I appreciate you guys and everybody hanging out in the chat, listening to us. Thanks for hanging around, and you guys all have a great, wonderful evening. And we'll catch everybody on the next time we go talk about probably constitutional silver and what I pick up from the LCS Saturday or the coin show Saturday.
Okie dokie.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.